Okay, so today's episode is possibly one of my favorites, and it is something that I'll be completely honest with you, I probably only realized myself within the past couple of years. These steps are what took me from just kind of like coasting and making enough money to actually scaling my whole business. And honestly, if I could write rules for business, it would be these 4 rules I'm about to tell you right now. This is why you're not lazy or bad at business. You are literally just stuck. And it is so important to remember that this is completely fixable. I feel like it's very common for people to get to a place where they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not growing. Like, I can't build this business anymore. I'm just going to go and pay another £400 and train in a different treatment, which is never the answer. So try these 4 steps instead and see if this works instead for you to grow your business. Number 1, a lack of clarity. You're posting on multiple different platforms at random times. You're posting random posts. You sit down, maybe like, even if you sit down once a week and you're thinking, right, what am I going to post this week? Okay, I'll just post this, I'll post this, I'll post this, and I'll repurpose this post. And you kind of are just, everything feels a bit scattered and a bit all over the place. It feels a bit messy, which I am guilty of, especially when I've had a really busy week. I kind of, up until recently, have kind of just gone off. Let me just post on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and I'll just post this, and this week. And there's no actual clarity or there's no motive behind what I'm posting or where I'm posting it. I'm just kind of like trying to get stuff out there. So the way to fix this is to get clear on what platform it is. I talk about this all the time, but get clear on exactly what platform is bringing you in the most clients. So for example, is it Facebook, is it Instagram, or is it TikTok? And especially when you're starting out, if you don't want to spend that much time on social media, pick one and really, really, really just focus on it. Also think, as well as posting on a social media platform, it's really, really important to have another form of contact for your clients. So you either need an email list or a text messaging list where you can text all of your clients. Maybe you have them in a WhatsApp group, or maybe you send them out an email once a week, just because when you're on social media, you're competing with the noise and you want to cut through the noise. So I would pick one social media platform and one form of other communication to clients that are already on your list. Is that email or is it text? And just really focus in on that. There was a podcast episode I did that was called Focus. And for this step, when you've got clear on what platform it is you're using and what posts you want to post, go and listen to that episode because that will be really helpful. Number 2, you're hiding behind your services. Clients can see that your treatments are amazing when you're posting on socials, but they're not sold by you're kind of just selling them a product. It's the same as like going into Asda and trying to pick a brand of water. It doesn't mean anything. They're all kind of the same unless you've got a favorite brand of water. But do you know what I mean? Like, you're kind of like, people are coming on your social media and they're like, okay, who does the best brows and how much do they cost? Okay, I'm going to go with her. Whereas if they can see your personality, again, like I say in every single episode, people buy from people. So yes, your services are amazing, but they also need to know that they can trust you. They need to feel like they're going to come to you and you're going to listen to exactly what they're going to tell you that they want, and you're going to provide them with the service that they need. And at the same time, they're going to have an amazing conversation with you because you're so likable. So you don't always need to show your face all of the time. I'm not talking about like recording your face to camera and your stories every day, but there are other ways that you can get your personality in your posts and your emails and your texts and things like that. So the first thing, the most obvious, is how you communicate and all of the text copy that you put online. So in your captions, the way that you reply to messages, like that all needs to be consistent and it all needs to have the same person. Like, allow your personality to shine through. That is what makes you different from everybody else. So I know that in the beauty industry, a lot of the most followed people, they have like really long Instagram captions and they're just like waffling. They've got loads of emojis in there. You can kind of like tell, you can kind of get an idea for the person by how they speak on their Instagram captions and things like that. And then the other way to kind of show your face without showing your face is, I find on my Instagram, even still, little lifestyle dumps do really well. So posting like 10 pictures from the whole of May that is outside of work. So is it a holiday that you've been on recently? Post a picture of you, post a picture of like the food that you've eaten, with the places you've been, like, and do little photo dumps like that every so often, because it's nice for people to come across your page, see that you're really good at what you do, and then go, oh, let me see what she's like. People love it. Like, my posts that aren't anything to do with work are my highest performing posts on Instagram, which is so frustrating because you can spend so much time on your treatment posts, but People are nosy and they want to see what you're doing. Number 3 is inconsistency. You're sticking to your mood, you're not sticking to the plan. So this is why it's so important to get really clear on what it is that you're doing and how you're going to do it. So for example, like once you've got clear on the fact that Instagram is performing really well and these certain posts are performing really well on Instagram, then you know every single week I need to get content for this and I need to post this. And even when you wake up and you don't feel motivated, you're just kind of getting up and showing up to work, like the same way that you would do if you had like a normal 9 to 5 job. Even when you wake up some days and you don't feel like it, you still have to show up to the office at 9 a.m. It's the same thing. If you know that the way that your business runs is every single Sunday at 5 p.m, you have to sit down and schedule 4 Instagram posts for that week that showcase before and afters. Every single Sunday, you will do it because you just got to stay disciplined and show up for yourself. And yeah, I think once you've got clear on step number 1, then you can really just find a really simple, easy kind of instruction that you have to follow every week. And so it makes it a lot easier than having to sit down and find the motivation to be creative. You just have to kind of show up and do what you've told yourself that you need to do for your business to grow. Number 4 is probably the biggest one that I see often. It's the fear of selling but still selling. So for example, like a lot of beauty pages on social media or their websites or whatever else, a lot of them will just be like, okay, I offer brow lamination, it's this much and it takes this amount of time. And I'm also guilty of doing this. I used to post these posts up until recently of these are our treatments and this is how much it is and here's how you can book. And it's boring. And like people will come across your page and they'll be like, oh yeah, her work's good, but like it's not telling me anything. So if your treatments aren't selling, try this one tiny simple trick and I promise you will see an increase in bookings. And instead of selling your treatments, you want to create FOMO around the service that you're providing. So for example, instead of posting a picture of brow lamination and caption it, brow lamination costs £40, it takes 45 minutes and you can book through the link in my bio. Instead of doing that, take some pictures of a client and as long as you have their permission to share their photos and their name, you can put on saying this amazing transformation for Jenny this week for her brow lamination. She's got a big wedding this weekend and we were able to transform her brows, and show before and afters and create the FOMO. So people click on your page, they see your treatment and they go, I want that. I want what Jenny's got. And I honestly, it makes so much more of a difference. They don't like to feel pushed into buying something from you. They want to feel like they're missing out on something. So another example is you could post a before video, a consultation video, a mapping video, and an after video of somebody's lash extensions. And if they've got like a big holiday coming up, you can say transformed Laura's lashes so she can lay by the pool all day and feel amazing. And people want to have that experience. They want to be like, oh, do you know what, like I'm going on holiday soon and I want to make sure that I've got lovely lashes to lie by the pool with. And they don't feel like you're just selling them the treatment. It also creates hype around your appointment times. So instead of people feeling like you've got loads of gaps in your diary, they think you're in demand. They think that people are literally booking in with you because you're giving them these amazing transformations and they don't want to miss out on that. So definitely try that little tip and see the difference in your bookings because it definitely will. And once you fix these 4 things, I promise, without very much effort at all, if anything, you're actually making your life easier, you will see an increase in bookings almost instantly. It's happened with every student that I've had they've come to me and been like, I feel a bit stuck, like I'm not getting any more clients, I don't know what I'm doing. And the panic kind of takes over and it makes you feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to like find another job or I'm gonna have to train a different treatment because I'm not getting enough bookings. And that panic makes you push your selling harder. You need to take a step back, breathe, and just reassess and realign your business goals and how you're working your business, and I promise you it will make a difference.